Well, a little earlier, I spoke to Stephen Lawrence's father, Neville. I asked him how he felt sitting in court as the jury returned their verdict.
Well, I've described it as if you're underwater and you're going to come up for air. And when the verdict was read out, I felt as if my heart was going to come through my mouth. Because after waiting for 18 years for that verdict, it was a release of emotion, anxiety, all the things that you can think of that sometimes people wait for something for so long. And when I heard, have you come to a verdict, and what was the verdict, and he answered, guilty. I tried to explain to people how it felt to me. But we've said over and over again that we've been living 18 years of injustice because nobody has been convicted for the murder of my son. And it came to an end today when the verdict was read out.
Did you ever think of giving up?
I've never even think about giving up for the search of what you would say, I would call it a satisfaction that somebody is paying for what they have done to my family and me for the past 18 years. There's no words can describe the damage that the action of these people have done to my life and my family's life.
You lost your son, you lost your marriage, you went back to the West Indies. It completely changed your life.
It completely changed my life that I had before, and sometimes I look at programs and read things that I've done which I didn't think I was capable of. But I know that I was capable of not giving up to try and find justice. And I think I was vindicated today for not giving up. And I never take no for an answer when I know that what I'm fighting for is right.
What do you feel about Dobson and Norris? You've seen them in the box. You've seen their attitude. What do you feel about them?
I compare Dobson and Norris upbringing to the way I brought my son up, Stephen and the rest of my children. And I've not really blamed them for what they've done. I blame the parents. Because if you instill hatred into your child, and if that child has any kind of hatred and you try and get it out of them, they wouldn't have done what they've done to Stephen. How can somebody see an innocent person who you don't know walking on the street and decide to do something like that and take their lives? I can't understand it.
What about the others? There were others in the group.
Well, I'm praying that these people will now realize that they've been found out and say to themselves, well, yes, I did that awful deed, but I wasn't alone in that action that night. And there are other people who are also guilty of what I done, and name them. And I think maybe tomorrow morning, the judge is going to start sitting at 11:30, and I hope before the sentence is passed on them that they will actually talk and give the rest of these people who are part of what group that killed my son up tomorrow morning.
Do you think Britain is a different place now? Do you think this shows Britain has moved?
I don't live here anymore. And when I come to Britain every year, I look at the situation which is now happening, and we still have families who are losing their young ones, sometimes by people of their own color. It doesn't matter to me who was being killed on the street, and say to myself, well, that's a white person. I feel these youngsters need to know the damage that they do to a family, no matter what color they are, when they kill somebody on the street in the same way that Stephen has been killed. And I just hope that they start to realize the damage that they do to other families when they actually go out and kill somebody by carrying knives.
When you go back to Jamaica, when you visit Stephen's grave, what will you feel?
I'll feel that at least we've come some way in making somebody pay for his debt. Not completely feel satisfied that everything's been done unless we get the other people who are actually out there.